And I personally feel a little bit like she was set up, which is why I try to teach the girls, right?
What do you mean by that?
Well, there's definitely an age dynamic there, and
That's what I say. Evil is everywhere. That's a public service announcement. Beware.
Y'all, this Diddy case is beginning to take on more and more of a familial aspect, as it appears that Diddy managed to involve his children in nearly every aspect of his illicit enterprise. We know this because Kim Porter's best friend, Kimora Lee, came forward to reveal the truth about how Diddy mistreated Kim's children after her death, particularly the twins Jessie and Delilah. It appears that Diddy did them so badly that the poor girls are now traumatized, and even though they are unable to speak for themselves, Kimora Lee, the best friend of Kim Porter, is not going to let Diddy get away with what he did to those girls. Kimora is not holding back streets or saying if nothing else sends Diddy to prison, what Kimora is exposing in will definitely get him locked up. But did Diddy really exploit his own daughters for personal gain? And what does Kimora really know about all this? Let's break it down. So it's no news now that Diddy might be spending all the time leading up to his trial in prison. At first, it looked like he was going to get bail and at least get to stay at home and sleep in his own bed. But the judge said psych and told him to go right back to his cell and get comfy there. According to the prosecution, Diddy is a flight risk, and he has more than enough money and resources to flee if he ever gets released. They also belied that Diddy was going around threatening witnesses and potential witnesses, and some of the witnesses were even scared of him. But Diddy and his lawyers were still holding out hope that they would be able to work something out with the court so Diddy could go back home. That's when they made this crazy list of things that Doy would do to be granted bail apart from 24-hour monitoring and limited access. Additionally, Diddy provided a $50 million bond, which his mother-in-law, who is also the mother of his oldest daughter and his 3 adult kids, would co-sign. The bond will also be backed by the equity of Mr. Combs' Miami, Florida, home at 2 West Star Island. The mansion is valued at around $48 million, and Diddy paid the remaining $18 million for the mortgage in order to use it as collateral for his release. In addition, the bond was meant to be covered by the equity of Miami, Florida, the residence of Mr. Combs' mother. In addition, he offered to limit his travel to the Eastern District of New York or the District of New Jersey, as well as the Southern Districts of Florida and New York, where he would meet with his attorney and attend court sessions. Of course, Diddy also gave up his passport, but he went one step further and offered the passports of his children, including Janice Combs, Chance Combs. Jessie arrives when this list first put up. Delilah Combs and Love Combs. The recent surge of scrutiny surrounding Diddy and his legal team has raised eyebrows across social media, particularly as disturbing patterns have emerged regarding his family dynamics amidst a growing series of lawsuits. The stark contrast in treatment between his daughters and sons has caught public attention. While his daughters were compelled to surrender their passports, his sons, namely Justin and Christian, seem to enjoy a level of freedom that raises questions. Given that both young men have been implicated in multiple lawsuits connected to their father, many are left wondering why they remain unencumbered while their sisters face restrictions. This discrepancy has not only sparked outrage, but also pointed to a troubling pattern of behavior within the family. The accusations surrounding Justin and Christian are serious, and if proven true, they could warrant close scrutiny from law enforcement. Particularly notable is the lawsuit filed by Lil Rod, which implicates Diddy in an incident that occurred at Chalice Recording Studios in Los Angeles on September 12, 2022. According to court documents, the incident involved a violent altercation between Justin and a friend known only as G, culminating in gunfire that left G severely injured, possibly facing the loss of his leg. The details outlined in the lawsuit paint a disturbing picture, suggesting that Diddy was not merely a passive observer but actively involved in covering up the incident. Witnesses report that when law enforcement arrived on the scene, Diddy allegedly attempted to manipulate the narrative and conceal the facts surrounding the shooting. Such actions, if proven, not only reflect poorly on Diddy as a father but also as a figure of authority within the music industry. The ramifications of these accusations extend far beyond the immediate legal troubles. They evoke questions about accountability, parental responsibility, and the culture of silence that often permeates the entertainment world. The argument that precipitated the shooting was reportedly intense, escalating quickly from a verbal dispute to gunfire. Justin and G's argument highlights the volatility of the environment within which these young men operate, an atmosphere rife with fame and pressure that can easily spiral into violence. The incident at Chalice Recording Studios serves as a grim reminder of the potential consequences of such a lifestyle, raising broader questions about the influence of celebrity culture on young people. While Diddy's daughters were placed in a position that limited their freedom and travel, the contrasting experiences of Justin and Christian suggest a troubling level of protection or leniency afforded to them. This raises questions not only about Diddy's parenting but also about the broader implications of privilege and the ability to evade consequences. In a world where accountability is often influenced by status, the potential for Diddy to shield his sons from the fallout of their actions speaks volumes about systemic issues within the industry. Many observers are concerned that Diddy's actions may set a dangerous precedent for how celebrity families operate in the face of controversy. The decision to restrict his daughters while seemingly allowing his sons to navigate their lives without similar constraints underscores a potential bias that could have lasting effects on family dynamics. This situation illustrates the complexities of raising children in the public eye, where decisions are constantly scrutinized and the stakes are incredibly high. The allegations against Justin and Christian are serious enough to warrant a level of surveillance akin to that which their father faces. The legal implications of their actions should not be taken lightly, especially in a society increasingly concerned with issues of gun violence and accountability. The fact that the police are involved only adds another layer of seriousness to the situation. The outcome of these lawsuits could have far-reaching consequences, not only for Diddy but also for his children. Moreover, the legal repercussions could extend into the music industry, affecting collaborations, partnerships, and the public's perception of Diddy as an artist and entrepreneur. As these allegations continue to unfold, the pressure on Diddy to address them transparently will grow. The public demands accountability, not only for Diddy but also for his sons, as their actions reflect on the family as a whole. Within this turmoil, the question remains: how will these allegations affect Diddy and his family? With each new revelation, the story evolves and public interest intensifies. The contrasts in treatment between his daughters and sons have sparked outrage, with many demanding that all of Diddy's children be held to the same standards. Ultimately, as the legal proceedings continue and more details emerge, the focus will likely remain on the responsibility of powerful figures to guide and protect their families. The unfolding narrative is not merely a reflection of Diddy's actions but a broader commentary on the implications of fame, privilege, and accountability in today's society. As the world watches, the need for transparency and justice remains paramount, underscoring the importance of examining not just the actions of individuals, but the systems that enable them. Oh, but it gets worse. Lil Rod gave Mr. Jones harsh orders to tell the authorities that he was shot while standing outside the studio by a passing car, even though he had nothing to do with the incident. The complaint identified Justin as a defendant outright and accused him of participating in Diddy's Rio enterprise. According to the lawsuit, Justin's job in this enterprise was to seek out adult artists, UA females, and former employees. He also reportedly engaged in freakouts. Argued, as shown by the hundreds of hours of audio and video recordings that the plaintiff had Shancombs, Justin arrives the Rico enterprise was planned, coordinated, managed, and carried out by Christina Coram, his aides and employees via the acquisition and distribution of illicit narcotics. Guns enticing people to meet with former co-workers, adult performers, and goons, as well as pressuring musicians, artists, and producers to use their skills and labor to create music and other tangible products and services without. Okay, so yes, Justin has to explain himself quite a bit. And let's not even talk about Christian and the unsettling accusations made against him. The family trip was meant to be a benign excursion, but it ended up being a twisted drug and alcohol-fueled nightmare, according to the claim. Christian was sued in a separate case, alleging him of abusing a stewardess on his family boat while they were on vacation. The yacht's stewardess, Grace Omar K., said she was merely going about her job until Christian came on board and took a shine to her. Grace claims Christian tried to force things with her on several occasions. Once, she claims he made her drink tequila with him and then got violent, grabbing her arm when she tried to leave. After that, he started getting handsy with her and tried to make her fall down on him in the yacht. In her lawsuit, the allegations against Diddy have escalated to a shocking level, with claims that he bribed the captain of the yacht involved in a disturbing incident to suppress evidence, including photographs of her injuries. This attempt to silence the narrative reflects a troubling pattern that many are starting to recognize as a family legacy, particularly among Diddy and his sons. Observers have not been shy in expressing their skepticism regarding Diddy's use of his wealth, noting that it seems to be a consistent tool for covering up misdeeds not just for himself but for his children as well. The phrase "hush hush chili" has become emblematic of this troubling practice, suggesting that Diddy has perfected the art of using money to shield his family from the repercussions of their actions. Bond's desire for his daughters contrasts sharply with the apparent freedom Diddy grants to his older sons, allowing them to continue their reckless behavior without consequence. This disparity in parenting has raised eyebrows and led many to question Diddy's commitment to accountability within his family. Notably, Kimora Lee Simmons, a close friend of Kim Porter, has been particularly vocal about her disdain for Diddy since Kim's untimely death. She has stated that she believes Diddy is aware of and may contribute to his family's chaos. Kimora's feelings toward Diddy have been a topic of interest, especially following her cryptic social media post last year, where she alluded to karma with the phrase, "As you sow, so shall you reap." This sentiment resonates strongly with the current allegations against Diddy, as it implies that those who engage in harmful behavior will eventually face the consequences of their actions. Kimora's ongoing scrutiny of Diddy underscores a broader sentiment among those close to Kim, who feel that Diddy's influence has had a lasting and negative impact on their lives. The complexities of family dynamics come into sharp focus when examining how Diddy interacts with his children, particularly his sons. While he appears to allow Justin and Christian the freedom to explore their lives without significant repercussions, his daughters seem to be subjected to a different set of rules. This discrepancy raises questions about gender bias within the family and whether Diddy is perpetuating a pattern of behavior that may ultimately harm his children. As the layers of this situation continue to unfold, many are left wondering how deep the connections between Diddy's wealth, power, and the behavior of his sons run. It seems clear that Diddy is willing to go to extreme lengths to protect his family, even if that means enabling their reckless actions and avoiding accountability for their mistakes. The impact of Kim's death still looms large over this family, with Kimora's stance serving as a reminder that unresolved issues and grievances can fuel resentment long after a loved one is gone. Those who loved Kim believe the truth must be revealed and that hiding it will backfire. As discussions surrounding Diddy and his family's behavior continue to gain momentum, the public is left to ponder the implications of wealth, power, and accountability. When will those who think they can avoid the consequences of such actions pay in an industry full of privilege? With friends and family members stepping forward to voice their concerns, the spotlight on Diddy grows ever brighter, and the stakes have never been higher for him and his family. That post's timing was intriguing because it coincided with Cassie filing her lawsuit against Diddy. Rumors began to circulate that Kimora was triggered by Cassie's lawsuit because of the similarities between what Cassie described and what she witnessed Kim go through, as well as the similarities to her own struggles as Russell Simmons' wife. Kimora has publicly discussed how Russell Simmons mistreated her and her daughters Aoki and Ming, forcing her to leave the marriage for her own safety. The unsettling details surrounding Cassie's lawsuit have shocked the public, revealing a harrowing narrative filled with violence, manipulation, and substance abuse. For over a decade, Cassie endured a life fraught with fear, suffering daily under the weight of her experiences. Yet the darkness of her situation is amplified by the understanding that her friend, Kim, may have faced even graver hardships. Kim was not only grappling with her own struggles but was also tasked with the daunting responsibility of raising her children while navigating the turbulent waters of a relationship marked by instability and abandonment fears. After Kim's tragic death, the gravity of the situation became painfully clear. Just 3 days after her death, Kimora, a close friend, expressed her grief and disbelief in a heartfelt statement. "At your homegoing celebration today, it became all too real that you are not coming back," she said, encapsulating the surreal experience of confronting such a profound loss. Kimora's words carried an undertone of uncertainty about the circumstances surrounding Kim's death, suggesting that doubts lingered in her mind from the very beginning. I love you, my beautiful friend and sister. I am in shock that you are gone too soon, but I will be strong for you, Kimora continued, highlighting her determination to remain resilient even amidst overwhelming sorrow. This emotional tribute resonated deeply with those who had witnessed the bond between the two women, underscoring the profound impact Kim had on her loved ones. When the news first broke, Kimora was taken aback by a cruel joke suggesting Kim was merely sleeping in her room. The insensitivity of such remarks incited a wave of anger within her. Motivated by love and concern, she rushed to Kim's home, eager to rouse her friend from what she hoped was just a temporary slumber. However, upon arrival, reality struck her like a bolt of lightning. The truth was far grimmer than she had anticipated. The moment she realized Kim would not wake up marked a turning point in her grief, solidifying the painful reality of loss. Kimora's tribute also captured the profound sense of connection she felt with Kim. We are so alike in so many ways. We shared clothes, food, attitudes, friends, enemies, and the fact that we are girls, she recalled. This statement painted a vivid picture of their deep-rooted friendship, illustrating how their lives were intertwined through shared experiences and mutual support. Their bond was a testament to the strength of female friendship as they navigated the complexities of life together. In her reflection, Kimora expressed the haunting emptiness that followed Kim's departure. Every time I walk into a room now, I think, okay, I will just go and get Kim, but I see that I cannot. This is all too close and too sad. Her words encapsulated the heartache that follows a profound loss, underscoring the void that remains when someone so vibrant is suddenly taken away. It serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the connections we forge with others. As Kimora reminisced about Kim, she emphasized the lasting impact her friend had on the world around her. Your light was a shining beacon for so many, she declared, a powerful acknowledgement of Kim's vibrant spirit. In a world often overshadowed by darkness, Kim's presence brought joy, love, and inspiration to countless individuals. Kimora's words highlight the importance of celebrating the legacies of those we lose, recognizing how their influence can continue to shape the lives of others. The weight of Kimora's tribute transcended personal grief, touching on broader themes of struggle, resilience, and the often unspoken battles that women face in their lives. Both Cassie and Kim experienced harrowing challenges, illustrating the critical need for awareness and compassion toward those who suffer in silence. The stories of their lives serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of community support and understanding in the face of adversity. In honoring Kim, Kimora's reflection encourages society to engage with these complex narratives, urging us to confront the issues of violence, addiction, and emotional turmoil that affect so many individuals. It is a call to action, a plea for empathy, and a reminder of the importance of standing together in the face of hardship. As the community grapples with the loss of Kim, they also face the challenge of addressing the deeper societal issues that her story embodies. It is vital to recognize the struggles faced by individuals like Cassie and Kim, advocating for change that fosters a safer, more supportive environment for all. Their legacies will continue to resonate, urging future generations to confront these challenges with courage and compassion. Kimora's heartfelt tribute serves as both a memorial for her beloved friend and a rallying cry for awareness and understanding. It is a testament to the bonds of friendship that can uplift us in our darkest times, as well as a reminder that even in loss, the light of those we love continues to shine brightly in our hearts. The greatest joys and the worst sorrows on the surface, it pretty much just seems like a woman grieving the loss of her friend. But when you read between the lines, it suddenly takes a pretty dark turn. You know how Kimora said she couldn't believe it. We have 8 children, all of whom are cousins. We have been married, given birth, raised families, gotten divorced, experienced death, and everything in between. You are a great mama.
You want to know what they all had in common, though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books. Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And Al B. Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a